On Monday, Mike Lindell, on, I guess, one of his little shows that he does for Frank Speech, I think this was called Lindell TV or something. Whatever it was, Mike Lindell got super pissed at Fox News for not allowing him to push his conspiracy theories and election lies. So, seemingly out of nowhere, Mike Lindell goes off on this insane tangent about how horrible Fox News is. Take a look. Here's Lindell saying it himself about how he feels of Fox News. Take a look.
That's when Fox went silent on us. We badmouth Fox every night here on this show. Shame on Fox. They've done more damage to our country than all the bad media combined because we expected them to speak out. Just at least talk about at least be a journalist. It's like being a Weather Channel doctor and you can't report tornadoes or hurricanes. You can report everything else, but you can't report the worst thing, the election, or you can't talk about anything negative about the vaccines or therapeutics that work. You cannot do that on Fox. Fox is in on it. They're criminals to our country, period. Yes, I hope the Murdochs are watching.
Right.
They're not, Mike. The Murdochs are not watching your idiotic channel. And even if they see the clip, because of course everybody's posted it to talk about how loony you are, they're not going to care. They're not going to be scared, right? I don't think Rupert Murdoch is sitting there in his mansion thinking, oh God, I hope Mike Lindell doesn't insult me today. Oh dear, I hope Mike Lindell doesn't trash my flagship network. That would be the worst thing in the world to happen to me. Oh, blast it, he did it. Yeah, Rupert Murdoch doesn't care. Rupert Murdoch does not care about you, Mike Lindell. Most of the country doesn't. We just kind of like to laugh at you sometimes because you say such ridiculously outlandish things. Now look, I agree with you, but for different reasons, that Fox News is absolutely horrible for the United States of America. Would I call them criminals to our country, though? No. Fox News behavior is absolutely disgusting and disturbing. But their on-air behavior is actually not criminal. You said they're, quote, criminals to our country. Here's a fun fact about calling somebody a criminal, by the way, folks. Did you know, legally speaking, you're not allowed to call somebody a criminal if they haven't actually been convicted of a crime. If you refer to somebody as a criminal and they have not ever been convicted of a crime, that is defamation. Slander, libel, depending on where it's published, whether it's spoken or written. But yeah, that's actually something that is very easy to win in a defamation or slander libel lawsuit. So Fox, Rupert Murdoch, I hope you're watching this, because you could absolutely sue Mike Lindell for that statement right there, and you'd win. You'd win pretty damn quickly, because legally, again, you can't just call somebody a criminal because you don't like them. Again, I hate Fox News, but I'm not about to go on the air and call them criminals, one, because they're not, two, because I'm smart enough to know the legal repercussions of saying something that isn't true about the reputation of somebody else. I mean, my God, how many times does Mike Lindell have to screw up before finally somebody steps in and says enough is enough? And I'm not just talking about the court systems, folks. I mean, after all, his defamation suit that he's hit with from Dominion Voting System, that case is like 2 to 3 years out from going to trial. Like, we're going to have to keep talking about this for 2 to 3 years until we get that resolution. But come on, Fox, hit him with a lawsuit, or even better, I'll tell you what's even better. One of Mike Lindell's friends, right? Somebody that genuinely cares about the guy, right? Can one of y'all please take him aside and be like, hey man, is everything okay? Right? Do you need somebody to talk to? Do you want to take a trip with me? Let's go talk to some professionals. I'm not kidding when I say that I believe, in my opinion, as not a doctor, not a mental health specialist, but I do believe, based on the behavior that I've seen from this guy, that he certainly at least could benefit from talking with a skilled mental health counselor, somebody that knows what they're doing. This isn't normal behavior. I mean, the guy is twiddling away his fortune to prove something that everybody else knows isn't real. And nobody in his inner circle is stopping him. I mean, doesn't he have family members that would basically they would get that inheritance, and shouldn't they be concerned? Maybe like, hey, Uncle Mike, you're screwing up our inheritance here. I don't even know if he's married or have kids or whatever. But I know he's got friends, right? He has to have at least one friend, somebody to pull him aside, shake him a bit and say, dude, what the hell are you doing? You've ruined everything you worked for, everything you put your life back together to create, to prove something that we all know isn't real. You're making enemies with just about everybody. You're picking a fight with Fox News, and now again, they have clear grounds to sue you if they wanted to do it. But you know who else maybe ought to pull Mike Lindell aside and be like, dude, what are you doing here? Newsmax, right? One America. Steve Bannon. Because even though Mike Lindell can't go on Fox News, which he's clearly still bitter about, those outlets, I believe, have him on all the time. I don't know about Newsmax, actually. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But he's gone on all of those networks and all of those shows after being basically blacklisted from Fox. So shouldn't they pull him aside and be like, dude, what, are we not good enough for you? Right? We've given you airtime. What's up with that? You're going to act like Fox is the only one you care about? That's hurtful, Mike. Either way, the entire thing is ridiculous. So Mike Lindell can rant and rave all he wants. But I'm sorry, the people at Fox News on the air are not criminals. They're horrible people, damn near all of them. Absolutely horrible, horrible people. They have done unspeakable damage to this country. Hell, even behind the scenes, Fox News has engaged in absolutely reprehensible behavior, specifically to a lot of the women that have worked at the network over the years. So if you want to call them out, you really want to draw blood at Fox News, talk about those things. But not spreading your ridiculous conspiracy theories? That's about the only good thing Fox News has done since Donald Trump left office. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.